What is up, everybody? I am Alex Dauterive, and this is Brian Gregoire, and we are the layup line here at SEC Unfiltered. We're excited to talk to you guys about SEC hoops. So much happened this past weekend, guys, and I can't wait to talk to you about that with Brian here. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Hit the subscribe button, help us get to 30,000 subscribers, guys. Also, we're going to be talking about this weekend or weekday slate of games. A lot of good games in this weekday slate. Guys, we're getting closer and closer to March, what all of you are waiting for. Also, we're starting to figure out which teams are the real deal and which ones are pretenders and then which ones are just, they're not good at all, especially in the SEC right now. But before we get into that, make sure you guys download the Underdog app right now today. Download the Underdog app and use promo code SECU to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code SECU. So please, guys, download Underdog today, right now. Don't waste your time. Just download it. Well, let's jump right into it. The first game we're talking about is Vandy. They smacked Texas A&M. And guys, we heard you loud and clear. Our Texas A&M fans want us to talk about Texas A&M. We're going to talk about them because they played one of the better teams in the SEC and they got smacked. Okay, 69-82. The first half of the game was 32-36. Second half 37-46. Nickel was the freaking man here for Vandy. Vanderbilt found a way. They lose some of these games, but then they also have games like this against A&M. Now, Ryan, you've been saying this. You're like, A&M, they're pretenders. They're not like they're about to go and play some real good teams. They're going to lose. And what is happening right now, folks? They're losing the games. Brian said it. Okay, he said this weeks ago. He's like, it's going to happen. Just wait and see.
I'm good with that kind of stuff. I hate the fact that I'm good at predicting downfalls, but I am. Like I can see them coming from a mile away. I'm decent with predicting hot stretches. Sometimes I'm a little off on that, but I usually never miss when it comes to a downfall. And I hate that quality about myself because I want to see everybody succeed. Well, to a certain degree. We'll only take it to a certain length. It's I like to see all my brethren out there perform well, but I could just see it. You could see this coming from a mile away for A&M. The first half of their SEC slate was very manageable, a lot of bottom feeders, and then the second half, they're actually playing some real deal teams. You're playing your Alabamas, you're playing your Vanderbilts, you're playing your Floridas. I mean, it's not South Carolina, it's not LSU anymore. Like it's not Ole Miss. You're playing real deal teams here, and so, and yeah, I hate to use this word, but they're getting exposed. I mean, they got
exposed
again, a double-digit loss, but credit to Vanderbilt. I mean, the more I watch this team down the stretch, I mean, Nickel had a great game. A.K. Okereke had a great game as well. I think that this Vanderbilt team is decent enough. I'm not going to hype them up and put them on a pedestal and say that they're a potential Final Four team because I don't
God, no.
that. I'm not a hype beast guy. But realistically, depending on the side of the bracket that they get on, I think they could make a Sweet 16 run. I think they could make an Elite 8 run. Like they're depending on who's in their region. I think that they could do something. But they're a team that started hot. A lot of people have the same things to say about them. Are they a pretender? I didn't know early on because they really weren't challenged in December at all. So I didn't really know what to think of Vanderbilt going into January. But now we've seen enough of this team to know that they're good. Vanderbilt is a good team. They've won 21 games at this point. For that reason, this is a good basketball team.
I like them. I mean, look, I think we did have our moments earlier in this podcast where like, are they the real deal or not? They played, Florida to the wire. That was a competitive game. One of the better SEC games we've seen this season. So I mean, they're a good team. Now they've had their losses, right? But they've been doing good with what they just did to freaking A&M. I'm sold. I agree with everything you just said about them. Hopefully it'd be cool to see a Sweet 16, potentially Elite 8. You never know. But I like this Vandy team. I'm all for them. This next game we're talking about here, this is a team that we did not expect them to be where they are right now. Okay, and that's Oklahoma, Georgia. Oklahoma wins 70. They beat them 94-78. Okay, first half was competitive. Second half there was dude, this Georgia team had no pulse. They got obliterated. Now, Blue Kane, I'll say, finally did something at 20 points in this game because he's had his. I feel like he's like either on a little bit or he's just not even. He doesn't exist. But my God, this Georgia team, the fall off they've had. This Mike White, like what is up with Mike White? And we were talking about this before. They're giving all this money for what? To lose games?
Well, I'm gonna say this, Alex. You've had your moments with Georgia this year where you've been like, this team's really good. I'll be honest, I never bought in. You can take it to the bank. I never bought in. I was never big on this Bulldogs team this year. I always thought that they were,
Pretend.
I mean, a lot worse than A&M getting exposed, and they've gotten exposed bad, and I think that they'll continue to as well. And it's just the Mike White extension. It just blows my mind. Georgia looks at how this team's performed this year and like, you know what? We like what we see.
Big mid-major Mike White.
Here's more money. You're the face of our program's future. It's mind blowing. What it reminds me of is when Arkansas looked at Sam Pittman at the end of 2024 and they're like, hey, come on back one more year.
We'll give him more.
Let's run it back one more year. Like that's kind of what this feels like. Or even like Billy Napier. It's kind of like, all right, like,
what do we do here?
We know it's going to happen here. Why are we just prolonging the agony?
I agree with that 100%. I mean, look, I dealt with Mike White as a Florida fan, and I was so happy when he was gone. We were running that man out of the door. And then of all places, he went to Georgia. We're like, go there, please. Please. We like beating Georgia every year. This is great. But yeah, this Georgia team, I was high on them at the start of the season. And I'm a Florida fan, okay? Like, I don't look at teams and be like, yeah, it's a rival. But I was like, you know what? I like the defense, I like the offense. Like, I was high on them as they had the talent, but God, they're awful. They're just bad. It is what it is. But the next two teams here that we're going to talk about, one of them stock full of talent. Stock full of talent. Really like this team. Other one, you see spurts, and now we just know who they are for what they are. That's Auburn. Auburn and Arkansas. Okay, Arkansas, man, Darius Cuff is just that freaking dude. It doesn't matter the game. He's gonna go out there and he's gonna just annihilate whoever he's playing against. This young core for Arkansas, if they stay here and go here this next season, oh my God, they're gonna be even scarier. The guys they have coming into this team too, Auburn. Look, Pearl, first year here, give it to him as the head coach, but it's like, what are we doing? What do we do with Auburn?
It's you hit the nail right on the head. It's first year head coach. Like we've seen great spurts out of Auburn this year. We've seen them play great defense. We've seen them have explosive spurts on offense, and then we've seen them go bone cork dry. And that inconsistency is just not going to win in any Power 4 league. But I feel like if you're Auburn at this point, you're 14-11, you're going to miss the big dance. I mean, it is what it is. You're not making March Madness. So it's now time to just focus on gearing up for next year. That Arkansas, on the other hand, though, they're in a much different position. Like you said, Darius Acuff, I mean, he is one of the best young players in college basketball right now. It's seeming like every game now he's balling out. He's really, truly in a rhythm. Billy Richmond has looked really good as well. I mean, he balled out, went 12 for 15 in this game as well. So I like what Arkansas is putting together down the stretch. I think that they are definitely one of your major heat alerts when it comes to the SEC down the line. Like this, Arkansas is really starting to cook in this game.
They're one game behind Florida. One game.
Do they play again? I forget.
They play.
Oh man, hold on.
I'm pretty positive. Let's double check. Let's double down here.
Reference. When is that? Saturday, February 28th. So not this Saturday, but the following. That's gonna be like the damn game of the year.
That's gonna be a game. That's gonna be a hell of a game right there.
Because I really can't see either team losing until that point.
It's at Florida too, so it'll be a fun one.
I mean, they got Arkansas's got Bama, Missouri, and A&M. I think they win all those games. So I think that these teams are going to be rolling into that game. But this Arkansas-Auburn game, I had a feeling that Arkansas was going to get their revenge. The first half was a little tight, but then the second half, Arkansas dropped 50 in the second half and just pulled away.
You let a team score that many points in a half, guys, you're done.
Yeah, if it's only dropping 50 or 60 and a half, they're usually bury you in the ground.
That's it. But Arkansas, like what I'm seeing from Arkansas, we just need to see like that every game. They have their moments where they've lost here and there, and you're like, what are we looking at? And then boom, they go and they're dominant like they were against Auburn. This next one this one did not surprise anyone here. Bama, South Carolina. Guys, it's South Carolina. This South Carolina team is just so sorry. It is a sorry team right now. Bama wins 89-75. They both first and second half played good ball. South Carolina did their darndest in the second half to just keep a neutral score to Bama there, but that's about it. They were not coming back. They were not going to win this game. Holloway though, 20 points.
There's just I don't really have much of a reaction to this game, to be honest with you, because there's just some games, just some matchups with Alabama where where you're going to get out of them in that respective game, and this is one of them. I knew what we were going to see out of Bama. They're going to go into this game and absolutely dominate. They're going to cook.
Oh yeah.
From the field, from behind the arc, and that's exactly what you saw here. So I was not surprised at all by the results of this game. So
free throws. They need to work on free throws because I think they're at 19 for 27. Yeah. Got to do a little better on that. That's a majority of teams, honestly. Especially if you're shooting for 27 of them, that's a lot, but got to hit those. I don't care how mad you're winning by. Hit those free throws, guys.
No, they got to hit those free throws, but, shot 34 threes, made 14, shot 41% from three with that volume. That's pretty good, and I expect that out of Alabama. I know who they are at this point. Against teams like South Carolina at home on Valentine's Day, they're going to give all the lovers a big dub at home, and that's exactly what they did. Chocolate-covered strawberries and roses for everybody in Coleman Coliseum on Saturday.
What I liked here is Holloway and Phylon both were hitting their threes. 4 for 5 for Holloway, 4 for 7 for Phylon. That's what you want to see. You want to see your guys that are shooters hit their shots. And they did that. Right, so left the bench 3 for 7. I'll take it, but I like seeing those two guys there out of your starters. Your main two guys are there that always be making them shots. They were hitting. And that's what made me happy with Alabama.
Shoot, baby.
This next one, man, makes my soul happy here. Florida beats Kentucky 92-83. Aberdeen shows up. He was 8 for 21. And what makes it even better is the guy that we got instead of him, Xavier Lee, 7 for 12, 22 points. So it's like, look, we don't have Aberdeen anymore, but I'm okay with it because we got Xavier Lee clicking. He's actually clicking, and it's great. Starting 5 and then Urban off the bench. Urban and Xavier Lee, you have those two guys hitting and just making threes. Now, they definitely did shoot for a lot of them, but Xavier Lee, 4 for 7 of the 3. Urban, 5 for 11. Bro, I don't care. They could shoot a million of them as long as you're hitting a good bit of them. I'm content. Boogie Flan over here is the only one out of the starting 5 that did not hit double digits. But I love what I'm seeing from this team. I think Chinyelu had a bunch of rebounds per usual. They did what they needed to do defensively, offensively. They're the best team in the SEC right now. They're the best team.
There's nobody that has that kind of size in the interior. That's what blows my mind about Florida is they're layered and they can beat you both ways. They have size in the interior and then they can shoot lights out too. Like they're a deep, multifaceted basketball team, and that's what you need to be a quad one team. And there's so many teams in the SEC that have holes or are malnourished at certain spots. Florida isn't. I look at this roster. Boogie Flan can be a weak point sometimes, but
he's on fire.
Yeah, but even on his worst nights, he's still better than a lot of the guys you see in the SEC. And so, you got to take that into account. Kentucky's like have had a little bounce back recently. Yes, and that's awesome. But they're not the team I'm putting up on a pedestal. Like they're around a 32 or Sweet 16 team. They don't have it like they've had it in the past this year. They're a very up and down team. Like I think they have a high ceiling. They can have a high output at times, but I saw everything I need to see in that matchup with a team like Florida on Saturday. They were just overpowered. They just weren't the better team on the basketball court, and that's what Kentucky's going to look like against any Quad One team. It's just who they are. They are a level below. It is what it is.
Florida brought him back down to earth. Now, Florida does have to go to Rupp Arena and play them. So we are going to see this matchup again. I do think Florida still beats them in Rupp Arena. I will say that.
Gosh, that Florida will be fine.
Yeah. But I will say this. You got to give props to my boy Brian here. He was perfect for his picks this week. I'm never picking freaking Mizzou again or Ole Miss for the most part. Did I pick? Okay, I didn't pick them for any game this week. I learned my lesson. I'm here in Columbia, Missouri, man. I was like, I'm gonna be one of those guys. I'm gonna pick it. Thank God I also didn't go to the game. I almost went to the game. I'm probably going to the Vandy game though this Wednesday. But I was just like, not picking them again. God no.
Look, I didn't hate the Mizzou pick over Texas. I was like, all right, that can go either way.
The first half of the game was good.
I was like, that can go either way. But when you pick over Mississippi State, I was like, that's just wrong. I'm like,
look, dude,
work out.
I was trying to do something for Oxford, man. They actually, I mean, look, they got Trinidad Channels back. What am I saying? They're happy enough. They're fine. But yeah.
Look, with the pigskin, they're going to be okay. With the round ball,
no,
not as much.
Not as much. But no, props. Got to give props to our boy Brian here. Perfect. He was perfect. There we go. Everyone out there that says we don't know ball, get back in line because guess what? We're doing pretty good right now. And without further ado, we're going to talk about the midweek slate of games. I mean, some of these could be exciting. Also, some of them not as much. There is one game that's going to be very exciting, and I know you're going to be excited to talk about it. So first one here, Florida, South Carolina. Give me Florida to beat South Carolina. I mean, come on now.
Florida's going to beat South Carolina. There it is. There's my pick.
I mean, that it's just like, yeah. Kentucky and Georgia, we've seen what we've been seeing with Georgia. Kentucky just lost to Florida. Kentucky's going to go beat Georgia.
Yeah, give me Kentucky. That's you. If you want to make some money, hammer Kentucky.
Oh yeah. Next one we got Texas and LSU. Guys, we've seen what LSU can do. We've seen what Texas can do. Texas just went and beat Missouri here at home. Give me Texas to beat LSU.
Watching LSU play basketball
hurts.
I need like a glass of bourbon when I watch them play.
I feel bad because one of their guys just tore their ACL, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's sad. You never like to see that.
Never want to see that, dude. Someone, a BYU player did too. I'm like, what is that going on?
Yeah, Richie Saunders. Absolute baller. And yeah.
Hate to see that happen. Never want to see him get injured, but that's been going on recently. Next one. This is the one I know you're ready for. Arkansas and Alabama. This one we might have different picks. I have Arkansas to beat Alabama.
I have Arkansas to win too.
Well, there we go. Okay.
I pick with my head, not my heart.
That one will be a good game. I'm excited for that game. That one really, like, look, if Bama wins it, I would not be surprised.
No,
either way.
Either. I just think Arkansas is going to win.
I agree with that one. Next one, A&M and Ole Miss. I do see A&M bouncing back and beating Ole Miss.
Yeah, give me Texas A&M. Ole Miss is just not a good basketball team. Like, if you want to talk bottom feeders, there's a lot of bottom feeders in the SEC.
There it is right now, unfortunately. Next one, we got Tennessee and Oklahoma. Oklahoma, I know you just got a good win, right? Give me Tennessee beat Oklahoma.
Yeah, give me Tennessee. I had to think about it for a second. Yeah, give me Tennessee.
That one really, it'll be kind of, I mean, Oklahoma's a weird one. They're a weird one, right? That's one where they could go and beat Tennessee, right? But
Oklahoma and Auburn are the two teams with not great records that can
win.
They can go toe-to-toe with anybody, but Georgia, Ole Miss, South Carolina, LSU, you know what's going to happen.
Next one. This one's going to be a fun one. I should be going to this one. Vandy in Missouri. I think Vandy's going to beat Missouri, but it could be fun. I don't know. You never know with Missouri, but I just don't. I mean, after watching that Texas game, man, I'm like, do I pick them again? I'm too afraid to pick them, honestly. So give me Vandy.
You know what? Let's go Missouri. I'll pick the Tigers. MIZ.
Watch them win this one. I'm gonna be pissed. It's when I go against them, they win. When I pick them, they lose.
It's because you went against. So I was like, I know what to do here.
So we'll see. If they end up winning this one, I'm gonna be like, you've got to be kidding me, dude. I'm gonna be so pissed. Then next one, Auburn, Mississippi State. Look, we did see what Mississippi State just did. Ole Miss, but give me Auburn to beat Mississippi State.
Yeah.
This one's a weird one too. This one's weird.
Give me Auburn to bounce back.
There we go. That one really could go either way too. It's a funny one because it's like, which Mississippi State team's going to show up today?
That's why I really had.
Same thing with Auburn.
For a second.
Which Auburn team's going to show up today? You just don't know.
Yeah,
but I do think that's going to happen.
I'll ride with Auburn here.
There we go. But guys, let us know what you thought of these picks that we just put for our midweek slate of games. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Also, what did you guys think of the Saturday slate of games? Let us know in the comments. Did you enjoy watching them? Are you sad your team lost? Are you happy your team won? Let us know in the comments down below. And before we do anything, guys, make sure you download the Underdog app right now. Okay, download the Underdog app today. Use promo code SECU to score $75 in bonus entries when you pay your first $5. That's promo code SECU. Must be 18 years or older, 19 years or older in Alabama, New England, 19 up in Colorado for some games, 21 up in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets at underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html. For details, offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE New York or text HOPE New York 467-369. Okay. Thank you, Brian, for coming on here. It's such a blast getting on here and just getting to talk to Brian about sports, especially. We get on here and talk before and after the show, guys. We just don't talk about sports.
Right.
We could honestly have a show just about just the random sports stuff we talk about. Really could. But this was a lot of fun. Really curious to see what happens with these midweek slate of games, guys. And we're looking forward to talking to you about these games later this week and the Saturday slate of games. But like I said earlier, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button and follow your boy here at the Aaron Network. Brian, hit him there. And also check him out on his personal social medias as well. Check mine out at Alex Dauterive also. And we look forward to seeing you guys later in the week. Have a good one, everybody.